Hello, we are Team Ragnarok Roki. On the team, we have myself, Udra McLaughlin, as well as Jamie Braniff and Shane Bullock for environmental design. And for our character designers, we have Scott Meakin and Mumo Ali. For our scene, we took a lot of inspiration from the Scandinavian myth of Ragnarok, in which a wolf has been set free from its chains by a god's blade and has been sent out to destroy the world. To capture this, we first thought of what characters would be best suited to the scene.
Hello, everyone. My name is Scott Meakin, and I am a character artist on Ragnarok Roki. My job in the project was to create a character in the style of Roki, a video game that is made by Polygon Treehouse, which uses simplified shapes and flat colors. When designing the character, I wanted to base it off the theme of Ragnarok. In Ragnarok, there is a wolf called Fenrir, and I thought that would be a really good starting point for the basis of my character. I wanted to make a very humanoid character that had wolf elements. Like dresses in dark gray and blacks. She likes to be by herself a lot. And I thought this was a really good starting point. So, in the end, I came up with the idea of Sky, a mischievous, independent lone wolf that has been chained up in a cave all by herself. She prefers to be by herself, which is not always a bad thing. For character influences, for the starting basis, I used Death from Puss in Boots. Really good movie. Really enjoyed it. I really liked the character of Death. I thought he was very, very mischievous, very menacing. I really liked the design that the animators gave him, and I really thought that he could work in the style of Roki. And I also found this black cardigan lying around in the house, shaped in a triangle, that kind of reminded me a lot of Death. So I thought this was perfect. Not to mention also that the cardigan's really soft and really looks like fur. Uh, and I really thought that if I was a wolf, I would want to wear it too because it's kind of soft. I can't lie. With the other elements of the character, I also researched and googled them, like the boots and the gloves and the jeans. This was really really helpful, as well as the sweater. That was really helpful to show like baggy areas that would be on the arms. That was really helpful to make the clothing more dynamic and look a whole lot more unique. And the trench coat was able to help me. How would the triangle form into a straight back bit? And I thought that was really helpful. Currently, as of the 20th of the 4th, 2023, this is currently how my character is looking. Hopefully within the next couple of days, I will add the hood and the nose and some other facial elements, as well as the hair and the boots, of course. And hopefully I can start rigging as this time next week, hopefully. And whenever it comes to the wolf, this is currently how my wolf is looking. He is mostly complete, and hopefully, if there are any necessary touch-ups, hopefully I can fix them in time.
This is my character. It is a seer. She predicts the future and likes making potions. In the Roki scene, you would see that there are like mushrooms and potion bottles, a desk for her personally to make her potions. What she also likes is the cave, which she's basically stuck in because she feels like she's an outcast. Her staff helps her with predicting the future. And she is in the cave just to help, like, the wolf to predict what will happen next in the scene. The original design was shown to be more like open, like her personality was more readable. But instead of like having open hair and a basic witch clothes, with a pointy hat, I went for something like mysterious, like a hood, more like closed off personality. Like she just to present that she does not like the outside world and that she likes to focus on doing her work. She likes to she likes to be motivated and concerned about what's within her motives. Her boots were made to withstand the cold weather within the Roki scene. This also took on board the design for the cloak of my seer character. This is a closer look at the progress of my character and geometry used to build the seer character. There is also a turntable to show how my character will look in the scene.
One of the first props I made for the scene was chains. They would be in a chain link that would connect to a wall and hang as if someone had been shackled there once and since broke away. On the left are some of the images that I looked at before making the chains to see what the design would look like before I began to make them. It helped just to have the reference image there so I could look at it and try to best accurately create the chains from real life into the scene, and just each individual chain itself, the design of it. Another one I did was the cobwebs, so on the right I found some of the images again for references to look at so I could try and recreate the cobwebs for the scene, and the cobwebs themselves would be used to either hang in the corner of the room or just from the ceiling or walls. Next was the tattered books, so I made the tattered books for the scene, and they looked quite old and tattered themselves because they had been in a dark and damp cave for some time and just worn out through sitting and collecting dust and dirt. They would be sitting on a shelf or bookcase, so I made a row of them together and added the tattered covers. The reference images just helped to see the covers themselves and help create that torn and withered look and what they would actually look like once they've sat for ages.
Hello, my name is Jamie Braniff and I'm an environment artist. I chose environment artist as my role as I thought it would help broaden my experience personally with 3D modeling. As you can see from the images above, we gathered many references so that we could get an idea of what our environment for the scene might look like. This includes the coloring of the walls, rocks, and other props within our scene. The first image of the dark cave opening shows the shading of coloring we wanted to achieve for our scene, as we thought these colors would fit the Roki art style best, and also complement our props. We also did research into cave environments, and discovered that stalactites and stalagmites might be a good addition for our scene, from the references we saw, such as the Marble Arch Cave in Fermanagh. There were stalactites and stalagmites there, which we thought added a sense of danger and a more tense atmosphere to the cave. We added these to our foreground, as we thought it would add more depth and create more shadows within our scene to give more detail into our scene and make the atmosphere feel more eerie and abandoned. This is some of the concept art I sketched for the stalactites, which would be a core component when building our scene. I drew a realistic sketch of the stalactites from the references we saw at the Marble Arch Cave, and then I did a follow-up sketch of what they may look like in Roki style when adapted. I took reference of this follow-up sketch when modeling my first and final drafts of the stalactites so that they looked natural within our scene. These are some of the key props which we made for our Roki scene. Here are the key storytelling props for the seer character, which include a table and a cauldron prop. The table is where the seer researches ancient texts to foretell the future and recall the past. This is also where an environment prop so that she may hoard objects such as books and potions. This is where she will create her magic and do her hobbies within the cave, as she is an outcast and might get bored within the cave. The cauldron prop is also a crucial part of the seer's character, as foretelling is her craft, and she would recite incantations and foretell the future. She would also make spells here, using ingredients such as mushrooms and moss also lying around the scene.
Now, here's a look at some of our key props for the wolf character. We have the chains which imprisoned it for centuries and the sword which freed it, both of which have grown dull with time. The colours have been washed out, the pillar the chain was shackled to has been shattered, and the sword has been chipped and battered. Now here's a quick look at our scene. As you can see, we've utilised washed out colours to add to the sense of gloom that the cave has. We've also divided the room into two sections, the upper and lower sections, to contrast between the characters. So thanks for listening. Do you have any questions?